Right, live again. So we are going to be shaping some stuff today after I finish setting this up. Let's see, I'm actually on time. Feel free to use chat, ask any questions you want. Going to be finishing off, well, hopefully finishing off some of the pens that we'd started earlier in the week. So we've got to drill out all this lot. Hopefully going to drill out these as well. One of the sections from those ones. Just bear with me. I've had a nightmarish day at work so far. Right, that should be done. Okay, to do first, might as well drill out all this lot, thread it, do all that sort of stuff. Right, so that one we'll start with. So this is going to be the end because I know that there's a lot hidden in this black bit. This is going to be the cap. Hopefully we'll get it to match up like that. If not, oh well. We'll put a triple thread on it so that we have 3 chances of matching it up. I'm already dropping things everywhere. Like I said, I've had a nightmarish day so far. So at the moment, enjoy destroying something. Alas, I cannot do that. So I'm here making pens to see if I can chill out. If I can't, I'll just load a computer game later and kill some beasties. We're not going to go that side. So that's those 3 done. Cut the others. Do that now. So this one's going to be an Aphrodite. We've got the nib for it here. That's the Schmidt. Like I said, feel free to use chat, say hello. Right, so we want regular length, so that's about 150. My ruler, pen. Bear with me 1 second. Fair enough. Right, so you're going to have to go 155 on this because of there's a little bit there. Do we want that end to be the barrel? Actually, no, because I want all that lot in the barrel. So we shall have that end as the cap. So we can go 150 that side. Mark it there. So we want to be close to that side when we cut. There it is. Let's see if we can get up to the magic 3 viewers today, or 5 viewers. I think it's 5 or 3. I think it's 3 viewers. Average 3 viewers in the past 30 days, and a total of 5 people chatting at the same time. That's what the goal is. So far, I think I'm averaging 1.68, and I am averaging 1.68 and something else. Four people chatting. That's what we're at so far. It took me a while to get there, but I did. Right, so this one I want to be about 140. 145. 140, 145, 140. It's going to be quite a small pen. Well, small for what I like. And 40 on this side as well. Yes, the only ones that aren't ones that I prepped yesterday are those 3. Hello, how are you? That one. I'm 140 on this one as well. Oh, balls. Oh, go away, stupid update. It's actually green and yellow. So lemon and lime. Right, so hopefully doing all this will put me in a better mood than I started with, because I really cannot be bothered with people at work at the moment. Right, so 150, what will 150 leave us with for the cap? Yeah, do 150s on these, because there's plenty of room either side to make some funky cuts. Right, that one's in the barrel. On this side, I wanted that side to be the barrel. Right, so those three are going to be bateless. So I have a stack of blanks ready to be made. Into those overly complicated pens. I think I might even have a PM1 being made into bateless at some point. Yeah. There you go. That's going to be made into a baseless at some point. So this is one of the koi blanks. I can never remember the names, but it's the black and white and grey one. So you can see, as it looks quite plain there, the patterning will be a bit better once you get out from that outer skin. And I've got a couple of mine. Did I show the one that I'm working on at the moment? Have you seen that one yet? Not the red one, that's finished, but I've got an orangey one that's in the works. Hear me, full of technical terms. Orangey, reddish. So this one I've started shaping. So I've done a sort of arrow head shape on the end. We're just going to work down with sort of squared I've done what, two sides of the square there and there. And there's going to be another sides of a square there and there, and it's going to come down. And I might try and do sort of like the flared sort of feather type bit this end. That would be fun to do. And to be honest, I make them for fun most of the time. Those models I don't particularly, well, I have no idea if they're ever going to sell half the time when I'm making them. Just sorting out my little production line down there. Oh, bugger. Forgot to take into account that I need to chop that one and put a ring in it. Oh well. So it looks like the pattern's not going to match on that one. I'll just have to work with it, work with what I've got. And if it doesn't work, I've got another blank of it over there, so I can always start again. I did wonder why I had the copper out. Three. No, just put that. Oh no. Right. That should be the right diameter now for the tenon, i.e. the sticky out bit. That is the copper and bluish one. I'm really hoping I don't lose this sort of swirly tornado of silver that just goes down when I drill this out. There are certain blanks that I genuinely don't want to cut in, don't want to drill into, because I know that I'm going to lose some bit that I like that's right in the middle. So like most of the time, the blanks I cut into, I'm not particularly fussed about. There's one or two where it's like, I really don't want to lose that bit, but I know I will, because it'll be right smack dab in the middle. This is where I find out that my measurements are wrong and all of these tenons are wrong. As you can tell, I'm in a stunning mood today. Just better measure it to make sure. Alright, spot on. Let's go on this side. These Neptune ones are actually quite tough to make, because you've got to do everything backwards. So normally I would shape stuff before it's sort of would I shape things before? Am I lying? I think I might be lying. No, I got it. It's the turning down to size that's all backwards on the Neptunes. Yeah, you can say that, but with the day job, the stuff that I've got to deal with, the stuff that I've dealt with today, is still there tomorrow. And it's not going to be resolved until next week. Huzzah! So, different tool now. We are going to be using the thread cutter. Hell is incompetent staff. that you've bent over backwards to help previously, and then all that happens is they throw it in your face. So yeah, that's where I am at the moment. Oh well, shit happens, life goes on. I'll probably get complained at for swearing on stream or when they get uploaded to YouTube later on. Oh well. Yes, shirt bags. Definite shirt bags. There's annoying ones where the shirts come in with cardboard in them. Those shirt bags. What I need to do is I need to brush up on my Cockney rhyming slang, or what's that book I had? 17th Century Thieves' Cant. Some great words in there. They won't come up on a AI controlled moderation thing. Right, before I mess up, I'm going to stop there because I need to do single starts for these. I suppose it doesn't really matter if I do let the odd ones slip, because it's not as if my little tiny channel with one viewer and however many people that it says are in the chat that I don't believe it. And however many people following me on YouTube, no one's going to notice. So yeah, reason why these ones will have single starts, because I need the facets to line up. And I want them to line up each time the caps are screwed on. Nearly. I don't know. On the chat, the users in chat, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 people apparently. I don't understand most of. Yeah. I don't understand most of the stuff that's on the Twitch stream. I just turn the computer on, make sure the camera's sort of here-ish, wave at this camera every now and then. Right, so there are going to be 2 here which will need 2 drills, and the rest will be done on a single drill. So I need the 9 and the 8. Well, that'll do. To be fair, I've been listening to The King in Yellow, so I'm going to have some existential crises over the next couple of days as well. And I forgot I had a coffee. Drill this out, have a coffee. So that's drilled down to there. So all of this lovely swirling we've got at the end, we've managed to save. Now the one that I don't want to drill into. Hello. Hey, 2 people using the chat. Three more to go, and I'll be a happy boy. But do any of us exist? Or is reality just an illusion caused by our senses? Nah. Hopefully they're here. No, I didn't. Wasn't fussed whether they were triple or single start threads. Right. So hopefully we won't get any scorching on the inside of the blank because I pre-drilled it out with a smaller drill bit, and therefore there won't be much heat caused by this drill going in. It's all coming out as nice strands, which is a good sign. Still coming out as nice strands. So hopefully, fingers crossed, there'll be no scorching, which will mean less polishing on the inside. Okay, why hasn't that gone down all the way? Bugger. It would look like almost chips. So it would look like there's bubbles and you might get to see because that chipped away a bit at the end. And you might get to see, yeah, it would look something like that, but not that. Because that is chipping, which is going to be an utter ball ache to get rid of. And we lost my swirly bit. Hooray! So what we're going to have to do on that one is try and bore that last bit out. Whether that will work or not, I don't know. What I'll do is I'll hold it like that, get the boring bar right in there and just try and bore that bit away. Ham, Philadelphia, mushroom, tomato, lettuce, on seed of brown oil. Yeah, not had lunch. No, I only actually do the nails specifically for the stream. So when I go and pick my girls up, I get some odd looks. Right, so I'm going to try and sort out. Oh, we kept the little bubble of silver underneath the orange on this bit. That's good. I like that bit. So I'm going to try and sort this out quick. So hold that in there like that. Take that out. You don't have to worry about the threads being compromised because I've not done the threading yet. Hopefully Will this reach all the way down? Yes. Right. Put that one in there and leave that one loosely. Right. Wish me luck. No, that hasn't worked. Booger. Maybe I subconsciously did it because I want this one. Sorry. Oh, for... There you go. There it is. That should hopefully go all the way to the end now. Almost. See if we can get that last little bit off. That's as much as I can get off, whether I like it or not. It's hot in here. What temperature is it? Oh. That is going to be a pain in the backside to sand on the inside, but that's as better as I can do it. I don't know if you can see that. That chipping is almost all gone. Come on, focus. There we go. So you can see the chipping that was sort of here. It's almost all gone. We'll get the rest of that off with sandpaper. Right, so that's those ones drilled. The next lot, I don't have to worry about if there's scorching or if there's chips, because they're opaque blanks, so you won't see the inside anyway. So these ones I have to be concerned about heat, because they will get too hot too quickly. Oh yeah, they are. Massively so. So that's why almost every pen maker I know, including myself, will charge a little bit extra for the work that goes into having something that's clear on the inside and as well as on the out. So anything that people want clear basically doubles up the work for sanding and polishing, and you end up using a lot more sandpaper because you've got to have specific bits cut that you put onto the end of a rod to stick down the barrel. No, I didn't. I will go away, stupid export thingy. Okay, I don't even know how to set that up. I'm pretty sure that I've got to get to the next level in like streaming achievements. So I need to get an average. I think it's. I can't remember. I need to get 50 followers, and I need to get. I think it's an average. I think it's 5 people chatting at the same time. Hang on, I can check. Community analytics achievements. Yeah, to get the affiliate thing, I need an average of 3 viewers over within a 30-day period, and I need 50 followers. Which is a pain in the nutsack. Not hard. I've got about 10. That's why I've been sort of pushing people to chat and stuff, because once I've ticked that off, I can sort of concentrate on other bits and pieces. And anything that gets earned from here is pretty much going to be spent on upgrading the stuff for this, rather than on pen blanks or whatever, or rather than on normal pen blanks for stock and whatnot. It will allow me to get special stuff in, like I've done with the green and white ones from the different makers. I could do something similar with that, or I can set up, hopefully eventually set up another camera over by the polishing and sort of carving stand, which is over there. or that I can then move to the casting and doing stuff like that. So there's more scope to doing bits like that. And then when I'm doing the casting, what I can do is I can then allow the vote function where you can put polls up, and I can do the community voted colours on pen blanks, and then I can cast them and then make them on stream and do that sort of thing, and just do bits and pieces and get people involved rather than just have me talking quad poop for half the day. Take care. I'll still be here. So I've never done any sort of streaming before. I've done a few videos on YouTube, but to be honest, I hate the sound of my own voice, so editing them myself was torture. And so if I do videos on here, I can then just upload them straight onto YouTube and then I have to listen to myself. So that was the main idea about streaming. So I wanted to do the videos anyway, but the editing filled me with dread. Hello. And I've got 5 viewers in chat. Hey! It's like I might actually be able to tick something off. But everyone say hello all at the same time. No problem. See you later. I did say I was going to drink some of my coffee after I did that after I did one like 3 ago. Oh well. No idea why I took that out of there. Yes, enjoy the churros. I'm going to have a coffee. My massive Tigger mug. So, I have a small daughter called Freya, whose favourite animal is giraffe. So, I like the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and so I managed to get her to name her first ever giraffe Riff Raff. Anyway, at the weekend, we took them to a place called Folly Farm, which is sort of a farm and zoo thing that we've got down here. And they have 3 giraffes. And when she saw them, her face was because I don't think she realised how big they were. And it was the first time she's ever seen giraffes in the flesh. And she saw them up close as well, because they weren't outside in their paddock thing. They were inside having a snack, getting out of the heat. So that was quite amusing. But I'm still quite glad that I managed to convince her to call her little giraffe Riff Raff. Really? Really? If I could get away with it, I'd have a screen just about there showing it, and I would just carry on. This drill bit is getting a bit hot now, so I have to be a bit more careful. But it's surprising. It's not surprising that it's a bit hot, because it's been drilling out quite a lot of barrels. That's the word I'm looking for. Really? As far as chatting wise, I think this is my most successful stream yet. This is good. Ooh. Right. All the barrels drilled out. That just burned itself on the end of the drill bit. What we're doing. I need the boring bar. Where did I put it? Where did I put it? I need that. There you go. There's that. So, got a question. When you log onto the stream, do you see the little bit of blurb underneath what I've named the random name I've decided to put as the stream name for that particular day? What am I making today? I am making pens. I am making some Neptunes, this is going to be the start of. This is the start of one. So the Neptune is the one that's got the sort of bulbous ends and then sort of curves down. It's the middle, so you've got the thin bit at the middle, but it's sort of. Is the blurb that I put under it. I mean, I can't remember what I put. Let's have a look. What did I call it? Oh, I can't remember. Oh, what are these buttons? Shaping pens, Neptune this time, maybe an Aphrodite is what I've put in the blurb. I wondered if it's worth putting the silly drinking game on there, whether people actually took much notice of it or not. So this bit, all I'm doing is I am cutting a little recess in the end of the barrel, but that was focusing for a little bit. Cutting a recess in the end of the barrel here, up by the threads, because when you've done the threading of a section, cannot get used to this camera or where my fingers are. When you've done the threading of this section, there's always sort of the ending of the threads is slightly raised, and so if you don't do that little recess, it doesn't thread in far enough, and you'll get a gap between there and there. Some people will just put a little trough in there. They'll sort of turn that end bit down a little deeper. I prefer to put a trough in the barrel because this is thin enough as it is. I don't want to make that any thinner. Thank you. I do a similar thing with the caps, where I'll put a little recess in the cap itself so that the cap and barrel screw together better, more smoother. You know, after a crappy day at work, I am starting to get in a better mood. So thank you guys for that. So I mentioned this stuff is flammable. Do people want to see how flammable? It is, which is another reason why I started doing the streams. I mean, it does mean that I can't listen to obnoxious music at stupid volume, but at the moment I don't have any speakers to do that anyway, so it will be on the headphones, and if I'm singing along to said obnoxious music and someone walks in, I get incredibly embarrassed. Because, again, don't like my own voice. Right, so that's all that done. Back to this, because we've got a lot of threading to do now. You could choose your music, but also I would get a load of copyright strikes. I don't want copyright strikes. We've only just started. Why am I doing that? That's an idiot thing to do. I want this one. Right, so and this one is yeah, because it's not it's automated. It's all done by AI, and so if you it's only reviewed by a person if you dispute it, and the disputes can go on for ages. And technically, you do need a license if you want to have the radio on anyway, if more than a certain amount of people are listening to it. And my lovely wife has just popped through the door. Say hello, lovely wife.
Hello, lovely wife.
Yep. Okay. Yep. I had 5 people using the chat earlier.
Awesome. Hi, I don't know who you are, but hi.
That's Rachel.
Oh, hi, Rachel.
She said earlier on. Okie doke. I was telling them about the giraffe. Fully farmed.
Oh.
And the expressions on the girls' faces.
Oh, yeah. I'm very tempted one day to come in here and do a glitter attack.
No, don't do a glitter attack on me.
It would be funny.
I've just found out my wife is a glitter bully. Who's going to attack me with glitter, apparently. I don't want that in my life. Glitter gets everywhere. So much so that we've renamed it in our house. You can always have any amount of glitter is too much glitter. Yes, I've tried glitter in my blanks repeatedly, hence why I have all of this. You can't really see these ones. I mean, that is a good glitter. This stuff's a bit too chunky. that one as well. So even though I'm not a fan of glitter, I have a lot of it. So one of these pens is actually for one of my pen blank suppliers. One of the new designs. And one of them is for me. So I get to make myself a pen every now and then. And Danica gets first dibs on anything that goes into the reject pile. But occasionally I make her a nice pen that's not a reject. Cut myself. I think this is my trans flag blank that I did. This one that I'm just threading now. Because I think if I chuck this in the sunlight, half the colours will change. I think the blue and the pink might change colour. But I cannot be bothered reading all of that. I'm looking forward to this one because, as you can see, where it's gone, this was black, this part here. Hang on. So you can see that there are, can you see? It's too bright. Hang on, let's try that. You can see the swirls of sort of green and blues. They go all the way through onto that black, that dark bit there. And so when this is shaped and it's thin out and you put it up to the light, you'll get all these colours here going through all this. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. Get that out of the way. Oh, I've already threaded that one. Oh. Here's a question for you. What age should you introduce kids to Lord of the Rings, the film or the books? Where did I put the other tap? There it is. So this tap just sort of smooths off those threads because they're a bit rough. Okay. Starting to feel like a bad parent. Oops. Both my girls love Lord of the Rings. Both my girls love Star Trek and Star Wars. We are a geeky household. Unfortunately, they both love Harry Potter as well. But you know what they say, no one's perfect. Just dribble. Alright, so threading is one of the boring jobs of pen making. It's literally just waiting until they're done. It's one of those jobs you can do by switching your brain off, getting into a rhythm, just doing it, which is why I've got everything set up down here, and I'm just going backwards and forwards across that line. I think that's the second time that Lord of the Rings has actually come up in conversation with me today. So this is one of the beta lists, so we can just whack the section on this straight away, because this is ready to go over to the other side of the workshop now that it's threaded. Just check the threads quickly. Check the weight. Yeah, it's fine. So that's going to look quite pretty when it's done. You've got a bit of glitter in the grey bits, and you've got that matte, very opaque white or off-white. So it's going to look quite like porcelain. There for now. I'm probably going to go, where's that nib? Where's that nib later? It's on the beta list. I think it's the one model pen that I don't actually have for myself. I've got most of the others, I think. I'm going to try and work out what section is from this pen. There's the rest of the black. There. It came off that side, so it's that one. Nice blue section to it. And then box that one in. Also, other thing I don't like about doing this job, the threading, is you get grit everywhere. And it just makes your hands feel horrible. So let's put this up to the light and see what the pattern's like on the inside. I don't know if you can see that bit. Yeah, the light does help for certain things. It's quite handy to have. And that's definitely the section for that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, so for the new design, that's what the barrel's going to look like. Just a flat edge. Quite simple. So try and get the crud out of there. These little bits I'm not particularly worried about with the whole flammable. So the weight feels fine. Sort those threads out later. Pop them over there. So that's fine. That's fine. So there we go. There's the section and barrel for those. So the difference in this one is going to all be on the cap, where I'm going to have on the cap, if you imagine this is the cap, there's going to be a concave bit here, so that's going to curve like that, and then on one side there's going to be a curve like that, and the cap is going to be slightly bigger than the barrel, so that I could put a flat edge on one side of the cap so that that acts as a roll stop. So rather than have any sort of additional bit to it, it's all done in the carving of the pen, or the making of the pen. Right, so they're all ready to be finished off now. So it's caps now. I need to remember which caps need single start. So if I don't remember, have I made a mistake? Have I actually made a cock up? I have. Yep. Well, that's a spectacular return to form. So when I was turning things down, I forgot that I was going to do the caps slightly bigger than the barrels. So at the moment the caps are exactly the same size as the barrels, so I'm just going to turn those barrels down a bit so that they are no longer the same size as the barrels. It's an easy thing to fix. Thank God. All I want to do is just turn off about half a millimetre, if that. So it's going to be one turn. Whoop, whoop. If I can find my brain. Right, so we've got 16.31 there. We've got 16.27 that side, and we've got 16.56 there. Right, so they go with that one, that goes with that one, so we want about 15.5 on this one. If we go on 250 there. Not really. If I need to concentrate, I'll go quiet and I'll concentrate on this. I'm not ignoring you, it's just I need to concentrate. Yeah, when I'm sort of looking at this camera, it's when I don't have to concentrate down here. Like when this is coming back, for example, I could just glance back down and make sure that it's doing what it needs to be doing. Or I'll have my finger, or I have my hand on there, so I can feel what's happening, what's going on. Or I listen. Right, so if I leave that at where it was, I can then bring this in. So that should be, there shouldn't be any tool marks down there. There probably is, but there's a slight one there where I stopped it and it dug in. But I'll have to sand that off. But that now should be about 15.5. 15.54. And the end is 15.42, so it's only deviated by 0.01 of a millimetre. And then this is 16.23, so I've got a mil difference between there and there, so it's half a mil either side of there. So I've got half a mil to play with to make the flat edge, which should be more than enough for what I want. But I'm going to keep them together, the bits that go together. And then this one, slightly thicker. So this one will be my one because I like a chunky pen. I'll put this one on this side so we don't get mixed up. So 16.34, so we need to go a mil, roughly just under. Oh, sorry. I'll take it down about 400 from there. Doubled up is 8, so that's almost a millimetre. Yeah, working with machinery can be a bit dangerous every now and then. I've lost count the amount of times I've hurt myself on the lathe. Nothing serious so far, thank God. Touch wood. It's mostly most of the injuries that will occur is when your fingers drift too close to this. So another pen maker suggested that I use a toothbrush to get rid of the swarf along the pen blank, but honestly, probably won't. I'll probably still use my fingers because I know what I'm like. Someone once suggested that I use gloves, and I said no, I don't want broken fingers. So this should be 5.5, 15.5, 15.6. So that'll do. Right. So that's that thing. That's that problem sorted. Right, so they're going to be single start. They're going to be triple start. And these ones are going to be triple start as well. I could actually do this cap as well, because I need to cut into this to make the ring. So it would tell me how much material I've got left, and what I might do is come in from this end to save some of the material. So I've got my triple start tap, got my single start tap. Never the two should be mixed up, although I have done repeatedly on a number of occasions. Right, so first things first, we need to do some center punching so that we know that our holes that we're going to cut are going to be in the right place. Which is why I've left these little nipples on, whatever you want to call them. So I'm going to quickly file. I've got a file down here that I'm going to use to cut those off. But I leave them on so I know which end I'm going to be drilling. Which end was it? Was that end? Oh no, it's that end. Nope, I'd never touched a lathe before I started making pens. they'd always intimidated me somewhat before I started using them. Pretty much self-taught. I had no physical instruction. I used to get tips from, I still do get tips occasionally, from Sean Newton in the States. So I would show him what I've done and he would offer feedback. I mean, I read up a lot, and considering I'm dyslexic, I'm quite good at book learning. Right, brain, what am I doing? I'm doing triple start threads, so I need that one. Right. Not really, no. I had a background in destroying things. So my career is a security test engineer, which basically is legalized burglary. So it was my job to test hardware on doors and windows to see whether a burglar could break into them, using hand tools and a very short time limit. Before that, I worked in a bookshop. Before that, I worked in a pub. Before that, I worked in a gaming store. I've done my fair share of writing. That's about as creative as I get, is the writing. Oh yeah, definitely. The career change came about because of depression. Basically. I was working at a bookshop. The manager was a complete bottom hat and effectively bullied his staff. I was having none of that. And my nan died of cancer. I went off the deep end, and I couldn't deal with it anymore. So my performance at work went down. I quit. without having a job to go to, and I ended up getting a job at the same place that my wife works, doing the security testing. And day in, day out, I would get rid of my stress and get rid of my negative feelings and thoughts by smashing things apart, which is incredibly therapeutic. Sometimes I wish I could go back and do it every day, like today. Really dealt with something to smash to pieces. So I'm just going to turn off this little lip, because this was the top end of the blank. That just needs flattening a bit, and then we can go straight in with the drill. And something I'm very good at. So now I manage 2 test labs, one in the UK, one in Ireland. And I tell other people how to break into things. Being self-employed, doing the pen stuff, yeah, it's easy. I set my own hours. If I'm not feeling it that day, I don't do it, or I find something else to do. Yeah, so I can, like I said, just set my own hours. I don't pay myself on doing the pen making. Yeah, I still have the day job, which is the security testing job, which is managing the 2 test labs. But yeah, this side of things is the self-employed part, where, like I said, I don't pay myself at all. All the money will get saved up until the end of the year. And then at the end of the year, we get a big payout. Hopefully. That's why I kept the lid in there. I knew there was a reason. Okay, so we need to go to the end of the green. Yeah, there was a time where I thought I would have to go full time for the pen making, but that never came about. Well, it did for about a month, and then they wanted me to come back. So if this has got a clear bit on it, you might see some scorching. But it doesn't, so you can't. Right, so these ones, is that a 10.5 or a 10? Starting to get to that point of the day where I'm actually getting quite tired. Yeah, it's a part-time wage, so it's not fantastic, but better than nothing. And that screech, by the way, was the friction builder because there was no lube involved, and that's probably scorched the inside of that blank. But it's not see-through, so it doesn't matter. Right, so that's those drilled out, those drilled out. It's just these ones now. I'm going to use a different drill bit because that one's got really hot. Switch over. Oh no, they're different nibs. Yes, it does. At the moment, I'm surrounded by the smell of burnt Alumilite. Okay, so this can go up to midway on the white. So let's put a little mark in there. Out there. So give us plenty of play. Lube. Yeah, burnt plastics is not a great smell. It's not one that I enjoy. Not like burnt wood. Burnt wood's a lovely smell, but burnt plastics, ugh. actually that's using a different nib, so what we'll do is we'll do that last bit later. Right, so they're all now drilled out, so we need to boring bar. Some boring bar. I've mentioned this on stream before, but if you see me sort of start looking around doing this, it means I'm looking for something. That means I'm looking for scissors. Oh, there's no smell. Once the pen is made, the smell goes. It's not there. Well, once it cools down, the smell's not there. It's not like ebonite. Ebonite, the smell lingers, especially burnt ebonite. Burnt ebonite is a horrible smell. Yeah, there are some smells on pens that tend to linger. One of them is ebonite. Ebonite and also machine oil. But machine oil tends to linger on pretty much anything. I've probably got an uppercut I can send you. I can sort of turn a skin off of, or turn a bit off of a offcut, sand and polish it as I would normally, and then send it along so you can sort of give it a whiff. Right, so threading. Triple starts for these ones. So put all the triple starts in a line. Now turn the label off because we don't want to break anything. No, you don't have to wait until then. I don't mind sending something just in the post because it'll only be letter size, so it won't be much. What I'm paranoid about doing is getting myself an Urushi pen. because if I find out that I'm allergic to urushi, I won't be happy because they're expensive. So yeah, this one's ready to be shaped. The pattern almost matches up. So we've got the second thread. Come on. There we go, it matches up a little bit. I knew that was a bad idea. It's a 16.4. Oh, great. That's a 16.1, that's 16.4. Calm, breathe. Should have numbered them. Learn from your mistakes. That's why when I'm at a pen show, if I see any urushi ones, I sort of pick them up, have a little play. And if I come up with a reaction, then I know that it's not for me. It's whether extended so that's ready to be shaped. Extended use would cause a reaction rather than just the one-off pick up, have a play. It's also why I don't particularly want to get into doing urushi, because I don't want the same thing to happen as happened with the pen blanks and find out that I'm allergic to the stuff that they're made out of. Because I don't like having to wear masks, don't like having to wear gloves. Yay! One of them matched. And there's the next one, and the pattern matches pretty spot on. Went a bit too far on that one. So if you're wondering why I'm going backwards and forwards a lot, it's to help clear the threads, make sure that they're cut deep enough and that there's no detritus in them, which can cause squeaking and rough threads, because that's quite annoying. Okay, so slightly off on that one. That's better. So yeah, again, on the thread, on one of the threads, the pattern's aligned a bit better. I mean, with that bit, it's pretty spot on. The rest of it is just slightly off because there's missing material between the two. So that's these four ready for shaping. That one's ready for shaping. Okay, those threads are a bit off. Better. So that one's ready for shaping. So I'm just going to quickly thread these three so that they're ready to go on the other bench. I can just move those over ready for carving, and then we can set ourselves a target of getting the new design done on the two pens, which I think I'll do first. So the section is too thick to go in there. That's fine. So with the single start threads, the hole that's drilled is slightly different to the other ones. So the sections will fit into the holes drilled for the triple starts, but they're not for the single starts. It's a pity that doesn't match, but oh well. We'll see how this one goes. It's just 1/2 mil difference between the two holes. Oh, that one's matched a little bit better. This is the one that had the chipping at the end. Yeah. This one might end up in my collection. Just not sure whether I can get those ridges out of the barrel. And I would rather keep a pen that I can then use. As an example, that pen shows, or if people want to see. I always try to fit those loose. Those threads are a bit loose, and that has not worked. Why has that not worked? I don't know, maybe it has. Those threads are a bit loose. Right, how did I set that up before? Actually, I just had an idea. I know I can get this to work. It's my favourite medium of fixing things around the workshop. Offcuts of pen blanks. So I need something roughly 2 fingers. Slightly smaller than that. Yay! Success. Right, that should be good enough for what I want it to do. Will this work? best to just put it in there. No, I think that's going to work. I need to turn off the end anyway. Balls. This is proving difficult doing it on the lathe like this. How much material I've got to play with. Not a lot. Right, I think I'm going to stop here. I'm going to have to do this on the vise over there so it's actually held properly still. Otherwise it will just end up really messy and horrible. It's not looking too great. Thank you for watching. I'll be back tomorrow, probably around the same time. I've got to pick up the girls at 12. Might be on a little bit earlier, but I shall notify people on the various different Facebook groups what time. And tomorrow you get to see what this ended up like, whether I'm going to do the other one like it the same. Might do some metal work tomorrow to get this one done. Got to shape these, cut that one down obviously, but shape these three and go from there. Alright, thanks for watching. I might even tie the lathe before tomorrow as well. Cheers, take care.